Hey everybody, welcome. Looking at this little fella right here today. This is the HGLRC Parrot 132, kind of. It is the Parrot 132 frame, but that's about all of it that's HGLRC. Maybe I used a strap, that was it. So I wanted one of these for a long time, and I couldn't afford one right when they were out, and I had watched a lot of reviews on them. They were really cool, and I came across the frame kit someplace and bought it and just set it aside and figured I'd build it someday, and I finally did. This one's running the Aythix Success X stack, and it's a pretty good stack so far. I'll get into the issues with it here in a minute. And so when I looked around for motors, I found these cool ones, little diatone mamba tokas, and these are the 1202s, and I'm running 6500 kV on this, so they do really awesome. Just on 2S it was alright. 3S it's a little rocket, and I think I could run 4S on this also if I wanted, but anyway, just thought I'd show it off, show everybody what I'd been flying. This has been stored for about 6 or 7 months while I was moving and everything, and I got to do some work on it, and I'll tell you why. It's got the Aythix Baby Ratel on there, Baby Ratel 2, very cool, and little iFlight Sigma on here for VTX, and we're hiding a little ELRS receiver down there, the EP2, that's my favored receiver. And so I had been warned by other people testing this. Nick Burns was one of them, talking about how close this sits in here to the stack where your camera is. I forget what camera came on them, but if we look really close, it sits so close to that VTX on top that it could pose kind of a problem in a crash, and that's exactly what happened. And I'll post some videos of this. I gotta sort them out and process them, including the crash video, which took out my VTX. One good crash into a tree, and it pushed this back enough of a kick that it knocked out the VTX. Now this stack specifically, can't even talk today, is a little bit sketchy in just getting the VTX to work, because it has to have just the right amount of pressure on this stack for it. And let me see if we get to the connection side over here. You can see those little connections, and we know those little tiny pins are kind of iffy, and you can see how it sits uneven in there, because that was just the right amount of pressure to get the VTX to work all right. So it sits a little odd. Anywho, long story short, for the VTX, it worked well. It's just a 200 milliwatt VTX, up to 200, and it worked really good. But since it has that little issue, and I experienced it, and it stopped working, I'm going to change that out. We'll put a different VTX in here that's not pinned and doesn't run into this stack. And we'll see if I can get her back up and running. And then eventually it's going to become something else. But right now it's super fun to fly in the configuration I got here. So we'll get back with some videos. I'll be posting them. This is just the intro, just to let you know what I had, what I built. I wish I could have bought the original when they had one that was I think it was a 3 to 6S one. They came out with a couple different models, and I think that one was really cool from the reviews that I had watched on it. And then you can't find them anywhere anymore. So if you're lucky, you can find the frame kit, but most likely not for long. Myself, I drew this out. Before I put it together, I traced out all the frame and everything. And I have carbon, so I could actually cut my own that would be similar. But we'll see. The toothpick design is fun, but it has limitations. You can't put Instago 2 camera on it or anything like that. Apologize for the little noise in the background. I'm over here charging batteries. I got another project I want to test fly today, so kind of working around some of the rainstorms here, and hopefully by the time the battery is done charging here, it'll have a little break in the weather and I can test fly that. So as for the little parrot, you will see it again, or see through it, see out its little buggy eye, and see some of the little flights I did with it. It dives like you wouldn't believe. Some killer big pine trees I was diving and everything. So that's it for this little vid. Hope everybody's having fun with RC, if you're flying something, or if you're boating, or you're out there crawling rocks, or racing trucks or cars. As long as you're having fun, keep doing it. That's what the RC hobby's for. It's all fun, man. Don't take it too serious. Just have fun. So, until next time, see ya.